My name is Betty Green, and we're continuing with our series of interviewing the descendants of the people that started Greater St. John Missionary Baptist Church, this being our 100-year anniversary. And so I have with me today Lily Smith Grady. And if you could tell us something about your family, I'd appreciate that, Lily.
Well, I'll start with my grandmother came to South Bend with my uncle and aunt in the mid-40s. And my uncle was working on a job, and they had an accident, and he was injured, so he ended up in the hospital. And my father came to visit him in the hospital, and my uncle's boss was also visiting my uncle. And he asked my father if he wanted to work while he was here. And my father would work for 3 weeks, and after that, he decided that he was going to come to South Bend to live. So he came back home and took care of all the business, and then he came back, he returned back to South Bend to make a plan for us to move up here. And when my uncle was well enough, he drove to Greenville, Mississippi, and got us and brought us back to South Bend. And we stayed with my grandmother until my dad was saving enough money to purchase a home. And my grandmother was a member of Greater St. John. And she also was singing choir. I, my mother, and all my siblings attend church with my grandmother. Every Sunday, we were active in church. We spent the whole day in church. That was our entertainment in those days. And I and 3 more siblings were members of the youth choir. And I didn't join church until later, but I was always active. Now, Reverend White married Spencer and I in 1959, and Spencer was a member of the First AME's church on the east side. And after we married, I was more active in the church than him. So he decided to join St. John and the usher board, where he's still a member.
Tell me something about your sisters and brothers. You had a pretty large family, the Smiths.
Yes,
Tell me something about them.
Well, I had, it was 9 of us, and I'm the oldest of the 9. And 6 of us are still living, and 3 is deceased. And Mom lived in Chicago at the time.
But you're still here at St. John.
And I'm the only one here at St. John. Yes.
Okay. Now, why are you here at St. John? Why are you still here, Lily?
Oh, I'm here because I love my pastor and his family and all the members, and that's the reason that I remain in St. John. It's been a blessing and a joy to me.
And then tell me about the community, because I know the Larks were here, the Gordons were here, the Walkers were here. How did all of you know each other? How many blocks did you live near each other?
We all lived sort of close, and we were in the church. Most of us in the church. We were friends. I grew up with the Whites, with the Reverend White's kids.
Okay.
And we knew each other mostly in the church, because we were here most all the time. Like I said, that was our entertainment in those days. We didn't have TV and all that, so.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Well, then I can tell you that after we were married and had Spencer Jr., he was christened in the church by Reverend White.
Okay.
And some of the activities that I'm in, Dorothy Miller and I done the patriotic, pre-Wings patriotic tea for many years.
Well, tell us, what is the patriotic tea?
It's a pre-tea that we had before the anniversary of the Women's Day program.
Okay, so was it a tea where you came and ate? What did you do?
Well, we had a display a lot of items, and also we had a lot of food. We had speakers, and we talked about patriotic stuff. In fact, we talked about presidents, and it was like a Black History deal. Shirley Gordon, she was also one of the members of the patriotic team.
Okay, so that was something that the women started at the church.
No, this was something that Reverend Jones started,
Okay,
and we done this under his
leadership, Reverend
leadership,
Jimmy
and
Jones,
Jimmy Jones, and also Reverend Kirk's leadership.
Reverend Kirk's leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was anything else? I know you work with the food pantry.
Well, I'll tell you about that.
Okay,
I'm currently involved in the food pantry, Sunday school, missionary circle number 2, the nurses guild, the March rally number 8, and the 100-year anniversary committee.
okay. Lily, if it's not too personal, can I ask how old are you?
I'm 86 years old.
And you've been a member here at St. John?
I think 74 years or 74 years.
That is really wonderful. Really. And Lily, anything else you'd like to tell us?
Well, my mother, she was a grandma here. Like I said, she started with my grandmother. In fact, we call my grandmother Big Mama. So when she was active in quite a few organizations, she was a member of the missionary and Sunday school, and there was a women workers club, and she was very active in the church also.
Well, what was your mother's full name?
Rosie Nell Smith, Coat Smith.
Coat Smith.
Uh-huh.
And what about your father? What was his name?
His name was Joseph Williams Smith. And he had a son that was named after him. He was killed in an automobile accident.
Okay. Any of your other siblings, have we missed someone?
Alma, I don't know if you all will remember Alma. We were 1 year apart. And she died when she was 22, and she left 2 little girls, Darlene and Gail. And they live in Chicago. They both are doing very well. One's a pharmacist, and the other one is she has a big job in a bank.
That was a wonderful history. And I want to thank you all for just listening in to Lily Smith Grady.